Mr. Tack Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. Wow. It's crazy. Thank God. Did you see what Ronald was doing? Raphael. Well, don't you see I'm smoking with the right hand? This is Mr. Tackpants. Raphael smokes with the left hand. So I got two left hands. What am I supposed to do? Not turn gauche. We all know what gauche is all about, don't you? It's left. But listen, we know what Goshen is. It means push over. Goshen, isn't that where they came from 5,000 years ago? Go away. Goshen is left. It's no longer there. Goshen has changed. Over time, even the place of the Messiah will come out in another part of the world. Because it's like everything is like too obvious. Today, there was more chemtrails than I've ever seen before. Last night at 9 o'clock, I heard the motors on the planes, not the engines on the planes, the motors. There's a turbine that has to force air. It's a turbine that turns around. It's built on a twisted angle of about 45 degrees, let's say 135 degrees. And what it does is it compresses the air and it pushes it into all the lines. So that way all the water spreads out evenly in the chemtrails. Today, they were blue. I don't know what's in blue, but I looked at the elements, and if we're all blue tomorrow, it's because of what they did today. They added something. Today is the 18th day of December. Lift off my glasses. You don't mind that I see a little bit better? Yeah, I know. I know. So today is the 341st day. This is creation of the Mediterranean Day. What does that mean? It means out in the Mediterranean something went on in the number of 341 in time. 3 by 41 is 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Now that we've gone to that, let me show you something else. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to come up now. Okay, yeah, I see the camera. Now I'm going to make this small. Don't look in my window. Hey, get out of my window. Oh, that's not true. Don't worry, it can happen. This is all a figment of your imagination. Round and round we go. Round and round we go. And we untwist, and we untwist, and we untwist, and we untwist. But why is it like that when we twist? Why? But anyways, this is what I want to show you. Sesame Street, 1, 2, 3. 41, 41, 41. The Mediterranean East. The 41st in Monopoly, known as the 42nd, totaling 83, which is the bull's horn, my friend. Number 38. Now it's 84114. Add the 1, 2, 3. It comes out to 4, 2, 3, 7. 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. Four, 1, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. So for all of those people thinking about 4, 2, 3, there it is. Multiply it by 7. We have 2,800. Time heaven. 7 by 20 is 140. The cross of Christ. 7 by 3. 777. The cube of who we are. The baseball. The 3 by 3 wrap-up of who man is. You can do more with that. Just look at number 23. Forget about the 4, because that's in the thousands. Just look at 23.7. We are in the 7th gate, and we are in the beta of creation. The 1 and the 2 dice go together to make the 3 dice. What are we looking at? A lot of stuff on the floor. Anyways, what else are we going to get to? We had one other thing I wanted to talk about. I forgot when I got on to show. I know he's all busted up now. But for those who have never seen this, communication, level up. C, B, A. B gives the energy to 1 and 3. Comes down into here that the energy splits equally between one side, the C, and one side, the P. The 1-6 creation saying 7, of the C creation saying 3. 3 and 7 is the totality of the numbers, starting all over again. 73 plus 37, reverse. equals the top of the Twin Towers, the 110th floor. It's all numbered. The 18th of this month is the 353rd day. I have to write those numbers out. 353. 353 says 3 and 5 is 8. H. The fifth letter, okay, is the E. It says he. Then 5 by 3 is 15. It's the egg. It says hio. Who is hio in Spanish? Hio. Well, that was the mule. If you remember on Pin the Tail in the Donkey, or as they all say it, Winnie the Pooh. My address at work, 2395. 23rd letter, 9th letter, 14th letter, 1 and 4 is 5. Why? The positioning ends, we add up the last letter. Even if I wanted, I can add them all up. But I show you the shortness. 2000 of the 3 creation, of the 9 birth, of the 5. Mayflower, Mother May, the month of May, of the man of who says May backwards, but may I am. And he is, because May is the 5th of the month. He is one shorter than going over to the 6th of the month, which makes both parts of the year fair. So he stops on the 5th. And with it, what does he take care of? He takes care of 4 months of 30 days and 1 month of 28. Then he joins into the 6th month, the 7th month. So 6 and 7 go together. So after 7, all you have is August, September, October, November, December. 5 months. 2 where they directly connect together. 5, 2, 5. 252 was 2 days before the Twin Towers. But that doesn't matter because in creation, there's always 1 and 2 days. Oh, you're having labor pains and you're 2 weeks late. Oh, it was supposed to be 39 weeks. We're not on time this time. It's pretty funny. Hey, shit, you're late 20 minutes. Yeah, my wife is late 2 weeks. So what do you think it's like waiting all the time? You can't go anywhere because you're sitting with that big double D breast going, you know, the breasts go east-west like this, right? But the moon, it goes like this. Do you understand? We're east-west. The tits go this way. It's not this way, the tits. Otherwise, you'd only have one, or you'd have none, and you'd be in between the two. They go this way, you can match up two. But if you go straight down this, I get to my pee-wee hole. That's 1. My belly button is 1. So between the breasts, there's still the belly button and the sex. I didn't say 6, I said sex. Well, sex in another language means something else. I can also tell you something about the letters N and A. 1 for 1. 1 for 1, a tit for a tat. Very special numbers. 41 again off of Sesame Street. 4114. DNA, the sand trap, the sand castle, the sand pie, the pie in the house. The pie a la mode and pi 3.1415, 926 and 5. I'd like to tell you something about it now, but I'm making another video later. Now I'm going to paint, I hope. Do you know what it's like splitting between 4 jobs? I got 4 jobs. I get up in the morning to pick somebody up that's going into work, and he's got to be picked up, and he's the best guy in the world, and I pick him up anywhere at any time. So that was one job today, and I woke up late. And guess what? This was day number 1. I broke my tooth. I was late to pick up the guy at work, and I got a ticket on the way home, and the guy for weed has no weed. So that's 0 for 4. I may as well take my base and just give up. But in baseball, you get base, and you get to get another one. Sometimes we give up after 3, after 4. For me, there is no giving up. I'll just slide over to another area and continue on. And maybe I'll be able to slide on back and steal second base. Now I'm on second. There's only 1 out, but we are in the bottom of the 6th. There's only a half more inning. I play the field, and then I sit until they sing, "Take me out of this ball game." I don't want to be in this ball game anymore. There's too many coconuts, Some wrapped, others with color. Some glory, some with shame. Some being held up between the two sides of 6, and 6 in the matrix world at the top. But nobody seems to understand, because the orange sun tells the story of the burning gray hair that we grow inside the blue worlds. But with time, as the world tilts back to its actual angle we should be on, we now start to see a double sun, and we have orange and red. And now when you look into the sky, there's blue that is starting to show. We are now all hangmen of time. There is very little time. Like I said, it's the 353rd day. 3 by 5 one time, 3 by 5 twice. 3 plus 5 one time, 3 plus 5 another time. 8, letter H. 15, 3 by 5 is 15. Oh, it says ho ho, ho ho ho. That's today, don't you know? 353rd day, am I right? Take off the glasses? No, that's the 18th I was talking about. The 18th, it says ho ho. So now I'll add them up together. 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. O and O, holy fuck, 2 eyes, 2 eggs, equals 30, equals 45 automatically. Now you've got the angle. 4 by 5 is 20, 4 and 5 is 9, 29. 2 of them make 58, and the number 2 letter count is 58. Or on the tablet of 36 numbers, adding 1 to 36 inside the 9 lives of the cat. In box number 1 will show up the number 58. Where the 2 will show up 62 of 622, 6, but you have to understand the interior of the total story. There is more than one 6. There is more than one 2. There is more than one 6,226. But if you really want to check this out, go check out how many moons there are. You know what? I'm going to go check out how many moons there are in 622.6. Let's see this. Here comes the calculator. 6, 2, 2, 6 multiplied by 13 equals 80,938 moons in the universal count of 6226. Forget about the leap day. Forget it. Forget it. All those 0.25s that they're adding up, forget it. It's their system. Don't you know the laws of Moses? 613 to 365 good laws and 248 of not. It's your mind. It's the 1/4 of the 4 corners of the game we play, of the high school hat with the little bandana hanging down. I'm a little teapot. You know what I'm saying? Pour me over and spill me out. The 365, that's it. There is no, and in fact, there is not even 365. The year ends. It cannot go any further than 363 days. That's it. 11 times 11 equals 121 times 3, 363 days. That's it. Maximum. 3 by 63 is 189. A, H, and I. Ia. I and A, okay, are the letter 10. You have J and H. Always reverting back to Jewish heaven. I need another word. Je. It means the game, the juice of life. So for me, when you say Jewish, it means I have the belief and the right to have the juice of life. Nothing to do with a name or a religion. The word je is I. There's other languages. Who said the Hebrew place of Israel or Jewish? Who made up that word Jewish? What, they spoke English 5,000 years ago? Yeah, the first 4 guys that came out. Yeah, the 4 fishermen. Hey, boys, you catch anything? First guy comes up, he shows me a fish this big. I said, don't draw it on paper. I says, I want to see the fish. He says, it's in the box. He says, I just wanted to draw it just in case. He says, I had no time to go in there. Second guy comes on by. I said, did you catch anything? And I looked down at him, and it wasn't the big guy. It was just a little girl, and she showed me that she caught 4 little perch. And I thought that was the nicest thing in the world. Well, the third guy came by, and he didn't show me any fish at all. He told me he didn't fish. He was reading a magazine, but he's walking away with a pack sack, a fishing rope, and he's got a hook stuck to his chin. The fourth fisherman comes up. He looks up at me. He says, "You're going to ask me what I caught." He says, "I caught a couple of small ones, a couple of big ones. We ate the big one. I threw away the small ones. And all I got left is my lunch." He says, "I didn't have to eat." He says, "Isn't that proof enough for sitting 5 days in the woods that we didn't eat our lunches?" So obviously, if you check their lunch boxes are all empty because they have no food to eat. Don't forget, we're all in competition in this world, and sometimes it's just not fair to share. As much as you care, at a certain point in competition in this life, you just can't share. But it doesn't mean you can't be honest. You see, the fourth fisherman never said anything about the first fisherman other than just check their lunch boxes to see what they caught for fish. But because they were all there, is what I let you know, okay, then they wouldn't have caught any fish at all. They had to eat all their lunch. When they came back, if they showed all their lunch, well, then we believe them. We didn't think they starved for 5 days. But if they show none of their lunch, well, that means they ate their lunch and they didn't catch any fish. Because don't forget, the first one you catch, you have to save it for yourself to eat. After that, it doesn't matter anymore if you came home with none. As long as you brought along the food you left with, the food for thought. And the first 3 fishermen, and one was a girl, the other one was his wife, and the one in the front, he was the biggest liar of them all. The one in the back, it was Grandpa. What do you think? Grandpa's always the best fisherman. Even if he's not out on the lake, wherever he goes, he searches for his words because he has had time to play the game of jeu. It means it means game. Did you know card game is 6, 22, 6? Queen is 62. Dog is 26. Are we part of the pound? As they pound down the streets in their army uniforms, flying through the air in the humbling plains. Don't worry, they're only blocking the sun because it's too hot. Telling me that 20 billion years of dinosaurs came and the earth froze. Now they're telling us it's too hot. Well, where the fuck in the last 50 years did Orville Redenbacher come out with the Wright brothers, fly into the air and say, "Look at that, guys, chemtrails." Science is ahead of us by 50 years. I'd really like to think that. But because I know in numerological numbers that Christ, when he was here, he is like one of the biggest numbers. I was going to show you 4114 ABC Sesame Street, which adds up to this. If you don't add the 4 and you don't want to know, we don't care which world you're in right now. This is the 1,000 area, 4,237. But remove the 4. 2 times 37 is 74. And again, we get back to the number of Christ. So it's all over the place. And it shows up over here, 158. I got the number from in here, I don't know, 23 by 7. 3 by 7 is 21. Now that's the 21. Anyways, I'm not quite sure how I got that, unless it was 4 times 7 is 28, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 2 is 8 is 10. So it becomes 0, 1 or 1, 0, 1058. And this 1058 is 2 29s. This 58 comes up, oh, why 158? Because it's telling you, don't add me. It's 158. Multiply me, it's 258s. Multiply me, it's 358s. 158? There's nothing to multiply. But you can add me. I said that wrong. So now 1, 5, and 8. 5 and 8 is 13. 1, 1 is 14. And you got the cross of Christ back on your back. As easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC. Michael Jackson, my friends. Michael Jordan. These boys have it in them. But Jordan, it goes out on the court. And his heart is in the game. And his courtesy is in his words. Michael Jordan, he sings and he dances it. The codes are easier to understand. He was getting codes not only from the outside, but they were trying to break his vibration. So he was nervous every night. I know. For those who do believe in vibrations, I'm nervous as shit sometimes. I want to get it out of me, but I'm still into that world. They know that I'm connected. If I don't act or think and say that I'm not connected or I am connected, then I'm going to lose the aspect of it. I have to believe somehow I'm connected at the same time, not really believe that this is all reality, because like that's impossible, all this bullshit in one life. In the other life, well, you know what's possible in the other life? You close your eyes, you got anything you want in the world. Hold on a second. Oh, I got $1 trillion. Wait a second. I want $100 trillion. Okay, got it. And give me some change for myself. I just give you $100 trillion. Oh, we're going to fix the world with that $100 trillion. I know all spending money. I got to eat, you know. Ain't got a fishing rod to go fishing. And the lakes are all frozen. I live in Canada. I came here to do a 30-second video. I made this. They were having a goalie competition for masks in the NHL, so I made this for Carey Price. That's why it says C on one side, P on the other one. Carey Price, number 31, creates the letter B of who he is. See that flag up there in that eye? That's the magic eye Carey Price had. Not only that, you forgot about this bird over here. My art isn't that great. My colors are off, but here's another thing I wanted to tell you. This mark over here. See this cross of Christ? It's a multiplication. They shove us in this world and make us live like this. They want us to walk straight up like this when we're being pulled down to the ground like this. We have to put one leg on this side, one leg on this side to stay stable and go over the hump. 3 part of 3. 3 part of 3. Another thing is this corner is left, right, and center in Rubik's Cube. It owns 3 places. Every corner owns 3 places. These own 2 places. The minute I make this on an angle and follow in between the lines and corner to corner, it makes it larger and it forces me to open up this position over here larger than what this position would look like. On smaller square paper, when I do it right, this position opens up twice. Because I only made it this size, and I have to divide it for this also, creating a square out to about here, and eventually off the paper. But altogether, once these are on top of each other, this finishes off because another one of these goes right on top here, another one goes on the side. It looks like they're all holding hands. And at the bottom of the mask, which you don't see over here, right? See his face, his eyes? So I'm going to show you the map, right? And here's his eyes, here's his nose, here's his chin, and here's his radar just below his chin. So which part do we live? Do we live this one, where there's a little birdie over here checking the house? The grill all around, the eyes all around? Or do we live this monkey? See, I was able to make 2 monkeys. Only on squared paper, man. If you're writing, want to write, the greatest thing in the world is take out some paper, but don't let the paper be loose. Let it be in a book. And make sure it's a nice book. Because the nicer the book, the more nicer you really want to write. And don't be afraid to rip out a page and throw it out. But you don't have to. Sometimes if you write nice enough, just scribble it out and continue on. Because you want to see your mistakes. Because it's only your mistakes that are going to bring you into who you are tomorrow. And then we're going to go on to this phrase. Tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. What are you talking? 2? Hey, 2 more what? 2 more rows. 2 more rows coming in. Shit, I thought he was talking about like yesterday and then what comes after today. Tomorrow's. What? 2 more rows coming in. You know the thing about the word more? Is when you're in Quebec and you look to the guy next to you and you say, mort. That says dead, death. How they connected and made French. French, I think, is my outlet to finding this whole thing. Well, I still have to say that I know there's an outlet in Arabia. Most definitely. Arabia or in Egypt, there's definitely out there. It started there, and I know there's something there. And I also saw on maps, the way I study maps, I saw that there's a spade inside the Nile River. I saw there was a spade there. I want to know, did they ever change that Nile River? Did they do anything there? Because there's a marking on one of these maps. I hope they don't cut this video out on me, because every time I really see things. And I made a statement in many of my videos talking about Building 7 went down last. I have to go take another look, because I don't really know what Building 7 is. I don't know how many floors it is. Obviously, it can't be more than 6 floors. And they wouldn't put it on the 6th floor, because that's the 7th inning stretch, and you don't want to walk on the top. The only time you'll walk would be the 6th floor, would be to have the Building 7 to have 6 floors, would make it a total of 13, making it up to the roof. Okay, and then you have the basement. But anyways, if it would have 5 floors, that means the 3rd floor would be the 33 of Christ, the command and the create. So I like to know, and they wouldn't have, if they had 4 floors, there is no in-between. And there is no, like for me, if they only had 4 floors, although that's one of the primary numbers to a square, and building number 7, if I remember, was a rectangle, making it 2.5 squares. Well, that's weird, because everything is run by one rectangle or the other one. You can't run anything straight up. All they are is bullhorns, and they'll go forever. A bullhorn starts to go around. You ever see them start to go around? The minute they start to go around, you're picking up the energy going this way. You're picking up the energy going this way. Cuts off from in front of the horns. Don't forget, the nose or the horn, it doesn't matter. You feel the energies through it. What I believe, jumping off subjects just like that, why did they take the ivory tusks off the elephants? Was it to create teeth? To try it in a lab and see how our teeth worked out. What are our teeth like? What are the genetics of our teeth? If you're a dentist, you're watching, check out deeper the genetics of our teeth and other animals that possess our teeth. Because eventually, if we do connect the animal kingdom, slowly we'll be able to come on and pinpoint which pharmaceutical company is actually not a pharmaceutical company, but just a whole bunch of places shipping all kinds of different tools to a place that's not anything until it receives all the equipment it uses. Did you catch my drift? I had to do that, New Zealand. New Zealand, what's going on? I want to come see those koala bears. Are there koala bears out there? If there's not, then I don't know. Are there zebras? That's one of the reasons I want to come out there. A stripe. Now they got pink zebras, I see. You know what pink zebras tell me? Somebody's working with cancer. Somebody's working with the white blood cell. Somewhere underneath the ground. And I think it's in the Baltic. Could it be New Zealand? Oh, I'm talking about the New Zealand stripes. I like them stripes. Not army stripes, but good enough to be able to say, I've got another icicle, basically. You ever check the designs on the zebras? Anyways, next. That's it? Okay. That's it. I'm taking this camera off to show you that picture. I like that picture right there. I think, let me see how I can, how can I get it there? Come on, guys. Okay, there it is. I think that's us at the star. There's a square in there. There's another square. We're one of those stars. Anyways, Raphael. Oh no, I lost my picture. Can you see my face? Oh no. Did you see my ceiling? There's nothing on it. Not yet. Okay, let's end it on the birds. Are we gonna end it on that? The black cat? Yeah, let's end it on that. Hey, it's not ending. End. Oh, I pressed the wrong one.